Thank you for accepting this invitation, Vice President Yourova. Let's start with the rule of law, one of the topics you are covering in Bulgaria. What do you think is the tempo, the speed of introduction of the measures and propositions by yourself and the Commission sufficient for this very dangerous already world?
First of all, thank you for your interest. For some, the speed is too high, and for some, the speed is too slow. Because working in the field of rule of law, which means checks and balances and equality in front of the law and properly working institutions, we believe that we need to do much more than we used to be doing in the past. Because changing world, distrust in the society, the need to fortify democratic institutions, because you can imagine it's of course the case of Bulgarian people as well. People live in high level of uncertainty, and many of them would like to see strong hand, somebody who will take care, somebody who might even deprive them of freedoms. Yeah. This societal demand is here, and my task is to have a dialogue with all the member states, yeah, that they will do more to increase trust of the citizens, that they will be able, with checks and balances, not as autocrats, solve the problems.
And the basic line is that you need political stability in the country so you can have a tranquil discussions, debate and changes, I think.
Stability, yes. We need stability of democratic institutions. That's why we have such an intensive discussion with Bulgarian authorities about the justice reform. I always say, please introduce the changes in your institutions so that to create a robust, stable system which will survive the next elections. Yeah. And I think that this is a core thing.
And don't sacrifice democracy for stability, which is dangerous.
Yes.
Second question, disinformation. Fighting disinfo is the second topic of your visit here. But I would like you to comment on disinfo coming from within. From the politicians in the European Union, Slovakia was the last example. It was said that the campaign there was drowning in disinformation. Usually the suspect is Russia, something from outside. But it turned out that the politicians from the European Union are using this info for the benefits, even they can win elections. What Commissioner can do with this?
First of all, it's not for me to say what is true and what is false. And in case of Slovak elections, I said that the campaign was influenced from outside, from Russia, but also from inside, from far-right political powers. It's always successful for the disinformation campaigns when we see fertile soil, so the society which is not resilient enough against that, and the domestic proxies of Russia in case of Slovakia. I think also in case of Bulgaria,
thank you very much.
There is a lot of Russian propaganda, I think, coming from pro-Kremlin sources, and that's why I am here also to discuss with the political actors about how to handle that, because for Russia, the worse in EU, the better. They are not our friends. Yeah. And that's why I think that we should have a serious political debate how to defend ourselves and how also to make the society more resilient. The key role here play independent media, public service media, everybody who can do the proper fact-checking, because the fight against disinformation, it's mainly about getting the facts right so that the people can choose whether they want to believe the lies or whether they want to use the facts served to them.
My last question concerns the European Media Freedom Act. The question is it too late for M5, as I call it, to have an effect on the upcoming European Parliament elections? Because trialogue started just last week, on 19th of October. And if the process is slow, then we are dependent on reliability of local regulators of the media market. Your comment on this?
It's not late. Well, the reality is that we might have it done by the end of the year, and the Media Freedom Act is meant to deliver long-lasting, better protection of media. We are not regulating media, but the environment for media. And of course, before the European elections and any other elections, strong, independent, professional media are key and will be key. We already had some elections in the EU member states, in the countries where the role of media was diminished for different reasons, and always there were question marks whether the elections were fair. So we don't want this to see in the EU as such, but you are right, before the European elections probably this law will not create big difference.
Did we miss something you want to send as a message to the readers?
Well, for the readers, everything we do, everything I do, is with the reference point, with the interest of enabling the individual people to make free choices and to use the freedom of speech, right? And so I would wish the Bulgarian people to enjoy and use these rights, use this opportunity to raise voice, and also have the opportunity for critical thinking. I think it's important at this age.
Thank you.